Welcome back to another video, guys. As always, it's a blessing to be here. I'm your host, Crypto UL with UL Exchange. Again, guys, this channel is not financial advice. I'm just here presenting you guys the truth and the facts. You make the final decision. By that being said, guys, if you guys are new to this channel, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel below, and hit the bell notification so you don't miss any information-packed videos that I drop, and make sure you catch them on the time that they drop because they are time-sensitive videos. By that being said, guys, I have a great video for y'all today, being Ripple XRP, central bank digital currency, will also be hitting on the UK and the fourth industrial revolution, AI, and wrap it off with the Paris Agreement. We'll get into the details of all this. This might be a little longer video. I'm going to try to keep it as short as I can by giving you guys all of the details for this video. By that being said, guys, let's just get straight into this video. Taking a look at XRP price, 33 cents. We're down 1.98%. Nothing crazy has changed. The market cap is still at $793 billion. 24-hour volume, dominance in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Ethereum gas fees hovering around the same thing. We can just see a little bit of peak in Ethereum gas fees. But other than that, nothing crazy has been changed. So first, we'll be taking a look at the Ripple written evidence, the CDC 0034 Central Bank Digital Currency Inquiry, and this is by the committees of the Parliament in the United Kingdom. So I'll read a little bit of the highlighted part, but also I'll just pinpoint on the bold statements over here, and then we'll move on to the next one. But these are very information, guys, so please pay attention. So RippleNet, our enterprise software solution, which is powered by a standardized application programming interface and built on the market-leading and open standard Interledger protocol, enables financial institutions to facilitate faster and less costly cross-border payments, demonstrating that deep interoperability between commercial financial institutions can make payments truly efficient, particularly in eliminating the uncertainty and risk historically involved in moving money across borders using interbanking messaging alone. So they're talking about the RippleNet, what it does, what it's supposed to help them figure out, and what it provides with the Interledger protocol system, enhancing the financial institutions to facilitate faster, less costly, and cross-border payments, but what on messaging alone. Okay, now we understand that. Let's get into the detail part. So CBDCs offer benefits that fiat currency does not. A CBDC could enable micropayments, otherwise be programmed for specific uses to support government aid or macroeconomic policy, such as delivering targeted financial stimulus. This is the point I want to hit before we move on. They said, such as delivering targeted financial stimulus. What do they mean by that? What they mean by this is if there's a situation like COVID, or also if there's a situation like UBI coming into play, universal basic income, this is how they will distribute the money. With central bank digital currencies every country will own. And all of the central bank digital currencies will run on RippleNet and Ripple and run on the XRP ledger. This is the main point I want you guys to understand. In the future, in the fourth industrial revolution, which we're currently living in, and which will also be implemented by the AIs, artificial intelligence, this is what the world would look like with targeted financial stimulus. Support to individuals and businesses, they always like to include businesses. CBDCs used for this purpose could be time-bound, made region-specific, just like I told you guys, UBI, Universal Basic Income, or linked to specific industries to stimulate consumer demand and support key industries and policy outcomes like the green economy and decarbonization, their whole agenda of this green neutral carbon program, the whole Rothschild program, the whole elites program. This is what they're trying to do. This is their whole agenda. That's the main reason you guys can see it all being all green as well. UBI, Universal Basic Income, will be rolled out. The carbon neutral will rolled out. Your credit card, you won't even be spend it on anything you like. It doesn't matter if you get $1,000 a month, 5,000, 10,000, 100,000 a month. You only be able to spend that money on necessities such as food and housing. So you can't even go out spending out anything else. Even if that money rolls over, it doesn't matter how much money you have if you're not able to spend it. Now we're getting to the conclusion of the UBI. Ensuring privacy considerations are met must remain a top priority. And when they say privacy and must remain a top priority, what comes to my mind is freedom, right? When they can't give you your freedom and have to be turned around to the other side, meaning that they have to tell you there's something else going on and safety is a priority or privacy is a priority. So your freedom will be taken away with all this carbon neutral when it comes, with all the cameras being installed, facial recognitions, with the fourth industrial revolution, with AI, artificial intelligence, recognizing your every move, every thought, every second, with even Elon's Neuralink system, and everything would just be crazy. So are implemented to prevent unwanted dissemination. This is their whole agenda, propaganda agenda. We literally need a moment of silence to understand this. If you don't understand it, I encourage you to go back, rewatch this whole video. We're only about 6 minutes in. Right? There's a lot to consider, guys. And also, the Bank of England has previously observed that there are currently 1.2 million people unbanked in UK alone, equivalent to 1.4% of the population between 2019 and 2020. And as we can see here, this downward trend looks to continue and set back as cards and contactless payments have come. So this is where I want to take a little pause as well and tell you guys everything is pre-planned. It doesn't just come out of the thin air, as we're going to take a look at previously yearly articles. Everything is pre-planned to the point where it's perfectly aligning to their project, to their propaganda, to their whatever you want to call it. So these things are not new. This being listed on the UK committee and speaking about CBDCs, how they will be implemented, are not new. These agendas have probably been written years and years in time, just refined to the where they want it, to the point of releasing it to the public. And time again, they prove us to be correct. Any legislative changes should be principle based on technology and neutral, and the public-private approach is needed to ensure maximum utility of any CBDC issued. Now we'll be also getting into the government of the UK, and government sets out plan to make UK a global crypto asset technology hub. And this was April 4, 2022, when the government has announced moves that stablecoin recognized as a valid form of payment. So in the UK, stablecoins are recognized as a valid form of payment, which all the stablecoins will run on what? The XRP ledger. And wider plans to make Britain a global hub for crypto assets technology and investment. So stablecoins to be brought within regulation, paving their way for use in the UK as a recognized form of payment. It's recognized. Just like you can use fiat currency as a legal tender, you can use stablecoins as a legal tender. Starting to get it now? Slow adoption to the masses. Introducing a financial market infrastructure sandbox to enable firms to experiment and innovate. Establishing a crypto asset engagement group to work more closely with the industry. Exploring ways of enhancing the competitiveness of the UK tax system to encourage further development of the crypto asset market. And the fourth thing is working with the Royal Mint and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. This summer, as an emblem of the forward-looking approach of the UK is determined to take. And this came by what? The Chancellor of the Exchequer, Rishi Sunak. And he was elected what? And he was elected Prime Minister. Now you're starting to see the connection? Now are you starting to see the connection? Hopefully your eyes are opening. This is what I wanted to get into. The government intends to legislate to bring stablecoins were used as a means of payment within the payments regulatory perimeter, creating conditions for stablecoins issuers and service providers to operate and investigate or invest in the UK. Now, let's move on to the HM Treasury crypto asset and stablecoin consultation. We just have 3 things to discuss from here. The e-money tokens, the unregulated tokens, security tokens, utility tokens, and the exchange tokens. This is the United Kingdom. We're not specifying it to the United States. So United Kingdom e-money, electronic money tokens meet the definition of electronic money in the Electronic Money Regulations 2011 EMR. Broadly, digital payment instruments that store value can be redeemed at par value at any time, and offer holds a direct claim on the issuer. What are the security tokens? Have characteristics akin to specified investments like a share or a debt instrument as set out in the UK legislation. Broadly, these are likely to be tokenized in the digital forms of traditional securities. As with electronic money tokens, these are already within the UK regulatory perimeter and therefore subject to the FCA regulation. And what are the unregulated tokens? Are neither electronic money tokens or security tokens and include 2: utility tokens or exchange tokens. Utility tokens. Tokens used to buy a service or access as a DLT platform. Distributed ledger technology. Platform. This could, for example, include access to online cloud storage, XRP. Okay. Exchange tokens. Tokens that are primarily used as a means of exchange. This includes widely known cryptocurrencies such as Bitcoin, Ethereum, and XRP. And this came out by the Treasury of United Kingdom. Let's move on to the next thing. By the way, shout out to the group G, that person that gave me all these information. It's very, very interesting. We put them all together and then try to decipher it. So if you want to join the Telegram group, you're all welcome. Let's get into this very interesting. The regulation for the 4th Industrial Revolution, the white paper, again, served by the UK. Our plan, quote unquote. We will examine the case for extending the regulations or regulators' pioneer fund in the future to help regulators to keep pace with technological innovation and enable the emergence of new products, services, and business models. Many regulatory functions are performed at a local level, from taxi licensing to trading standards. We will examine the case for extending the regulator's pioneer fund to local authorities in future in order to help them support greater testing and trialing of innovations in their area. From smart shipping to AI-powered legal services. We won't get into the whole thing, but just read this part here. AI, future of mobility and AI and data grand challenges through groundbreaking projects to enable technologies from smart shipping to AI-powered legal services. And the whole is going to be what? 4th Industrial Revolution, leading to it. And it's not just business that benefit. Consumers benefit from new products which have better safeguards. As I told you guys, security and privacy, they're coming into it. Built in upfront, while the regulator benefits from great insight into technological innovation. The model has been emulated by more than 20 countries across the globe and translated to sectors from health to transport. And we only read page 20 because it hits directly on the AI and investigations of what's to come with the 4th Industrial Revolution. And we'll end this video with the Paris Agreement. What is the Paris Agreement? Let's watch this video together. It's only a minute long, but a lot of information.
What is the Paris Agreement? The Paris Agreement is a legally binding international treaty on climate change to limit global warming to well below 2, preferably to 1.5 degrees Celsius,
they all hit you with the climate
compared
change
to pre-industrial levels. This requires economic and social transformation to face the climate challenges now and moving into the future, based on the best available science. The Paris Agreement works on a 5-year cycle of increasingly ambitious climate action. By 2020, countries communicate their plans known as nationally determined contributions. Countries communicate actions they will take to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions in order to reach the goals of the Paris Agreement.
You heard that? Reduce their gas emissions in order to reach the goal of the Paris Agreement.
Countries also communicate actions they will take to build resilience to adapt to the impacts of rising temperatures. This may include information on adaptation and finance flows. The Paris Agreement also provides a framework for financial, technical, and capacity building support to those countries who need it. Starting in
They will assist you as long as you follow their agenda.
2024,
That's the whole motive.
countries report transparently on actions taken.
You see that?
Collective progress under the Paris Agreement will be assessed through a global stocktake.
And who are these global stantes? The elites.
This will lead to recommendations for countries to set more ambitious plans in the next round.
That's it. We won't even have to, there's no need to continue. But it's very interesting. Again, this came by the United Nations climate change, and they call it the Paris Agreement. Make it seem like a whole nice, good plan of the world. So we have discussed the Fourth Industrial Revolution. We also have discussed the UK and how also it will implement the Ripple technology and the XRP ledger, and how it will distribute the central bank digital currencies on the platform. We also discussed about the Paris Agreement and how the UK committee and how the UK government is resilient in moving into the central bank digital currencies, which they have already implemented. In conclusion, that's all the things we have discussed. If you enjoyed it, if you understood it, and you will need to do your own research as well, guys. It's a lot to take in, but it's a lot for us to understand as well how we're moving into the future and how these tokens, the ISO 222 tokens, will affect our lives and everyone's life as well. By that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys for tuning into this video. My name is Crypto UL with UL Exchange. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next video. God bless. Peace out.
As I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize there's nothing left. Cause I've been blasting and laughing so long that even my mama thinks that my mind is gone. But I ain't never crossed a man that did deserve it. Me be treated like a punk, you know that's unheard of. You better watch how you talking and where you walking, or you and your homies might get lined and chalk. I really hate to trip, but I gotta low.